Yo, so in 2024, the Cayo Perico Heist is still the best way to make money in GTA 5 Online. And in this video, I'll be showing you guys how it can make you up to $1.7 million in just 1 hour. So without further ado, let's jump right into it in GTA Online. So the first thing you want to do is walk over to the planning screen inside of your Kosatka and press right on your D-pad. And then you just need to pay $100,000 to start up the heist. It used to only be $25,000, but Rockstar decided to oil us up. Now, if you want to make the most money possible from this heist, you want to set it to hard mode. In order to do this, you're actually going to need to complete the heist first and then wait for the cooldown to end, which takes about 2.5 hours. After that cooldown ends, you're going to have 48 minutes to come back to your Kosatka and start it up in hard mode. And by doing this, you're going to make $100,000 for completing the elite challenge as opposed to the usual $50,000. But anyway, once you have the heist set up, go back to the planning screen and select the option to gather intel. And then you want to take a seat in this chair and fast travel to whichever location is closest to your destination. Once you've arrived, you can run over to your Sparrow in the moon pool if you own one and fly over to the destination. If you guys do not own a Sparrow, I'm gonna highly recommend buying one. You can get it as an add-on to the Kosatka and it's gonna cost you a little over $1.8 million. It's stored inside your Kosatka, meaning that for heist preps, you can come and go from it really easily, making this a huge time saver. Now anyway, when you get to the destination, there's gonna be a few enemies outside of the Velum. You just need to take them out real quick, they're not that difficult. And then once they're KO'd, go ahead and hop in the Velum and start flying it towards Cayo Perico on the map. After the cutscene, first thing you wanna do here is turn around and enter the hangar right here behind you. Straight ahead, there's gonna be this gate right here, and behind it, there should be some loot on the tables there. If there is, you wanna bring up your phone, open up the camera app, and take a picture of each stack of loot individually. And if you guys don't see any loot, don't worry. The secondary loot spawns are completely random in this game, so sometimes you might get good loot, you might get bad loot, or maybe there's just no loot at all. But anyway, after you're done with the loot behind that gate, you wanna turn around and climb up on top of this crate right here. And once you're up on top of this platform, you're gonna see another gate to the left. On the tables behind it, there should be some loot on them just like before. As you guys can see from my footage, I've gotten lucky with 4 stacks of loot so far. And so just like before, go ahead and snap a picture of each individual stack and send it to Pavel. Once you're done with that, we've got one more looting spot that I check out every time I run Cayo, and that's gonna be right across from the hangar we were just in. If there's a guard right here on the airstrip, make sure to go around his cone of vision because you do not want to get caught. Now, same thing like before, you just want to come over to the gate and look behind it for some loot. In my case, I got some of the good stuff here, so I'm absolutely chilling. But yeah, so snap a picture of any secondary loot you find here, send it over to Pavel, and then make your way over to the airstrip. Alright, so back on the airstrip, I'm gonna hop on this bike right here, and I want you guys to follow my path here because this is pretty important. I'll speed it up a little bit, of course, but yeah, just make sure you guys do not get too close to any of the guards because trust me, they will hear the bike's engine if you do. And like I said earlier, don't get caught in their cone of vision or else you'll get caught and sent back to the airstrip. Okay, so right here, I need to go off of this hill in front of me, but I'm gonna wait on my bike until I see homie in the tower look away. Even if when you get here he isn't looking, I wouldn't risk it. So just let him look over this area in front of where I am, and once his cone of vision goes away from it, follow my lead. Okay, so once you get to the communications tower, if the guy is right next to it on the map, that means that you'll have to climb up the tower to find the signal box, but if he's not right next to it, that means it'll be on the ground like it is right here. You just want to walk up to the signal box and press right on your D-pad to hack it, and so the way that this hack works is that you need to make the number on the bottom match the red number on the top. You're going to do this by connecting these numbers on the left with the symbols on the right. This symbol will multiply a number by 1, meaning that it'll stay the same. This symbol will multiply a number by 2, and then this symbol will multiply a number by 10. So for example, I connected the 4 to the X symbol, which multiplied 4 by 10, which gave me 40, and then I connected the 9 to the circle looking symbol to multiply 9 by 1, which gave me 9, so that added 9 to 40, making the number 49, and lastly, I connected the 3 to the remaining symbol there, which multiplied 3 by 2, which gave me 6, 49 plus 6 equals 55, which is the target value that we needed. Once that's done with, you want to open up your phone and open up the Sightseer app. You want to skip through the cameras until you're on the basement cam, that's the only one that matters here. Then just hold left on your D-pad and you're either going to find your primary target in this glass case right here, or if you go more to the left, you'll see some dude inspecting a safe. And I'll go ahead and throw up a chart real quick with the values for each primary target you can get. Guys, the primary target you get on each run is completely random. There's a greater chance if you get in the tequila since it pays out the least, and then the pink diamond like I got here is more rare to find since it pays out the most. Now, once you back out of the Sightseer app, you're pretty much done. If you're on the ground like I am, you want to purposely go get caught by a guard so that you're sent back to the airstrip, or if you're up on the tower, just jump off of it so you can die and respawn back over there. Now you just want to turn around, go towards the plane, and press right in your D-pad to go back to Los Santos. preps. Now, once you're back in your Kosatka, you want to go back to your planning screen so we can get started with the heist preps. Just go over to the prep section, approach vehicles, and you want to select the long fin at the bottom. Once you get to the destination, you're going to notice that 3 truck cabs just spawned in on your minimap. Now, if you already own a Phantom Wedge, you want to go ahead and call that in right now. Owning one is going to save you some time because you don't have to go get one of the 3 cabs that just spawned in. But if you don't own one, that's okay. You just want to go to the truck cab that's all by itself on the map. The one that's all by itself is a Phantom Wedge, whereas the other 2 that are together are just regular truck cabs. Anyway, you want to get in your Phantom Wedge and attach it to the long fin. There's going to be a bunch of cops here since it is a police station after all, so you might have to get out and take them out real quick. But yeah, once you have the long fin attached, you want to drive over to this location on your map. Now, once you get there, if you still have the cops on you, just get out, get away from the long fin, and blow yourself up. And then just get back inside of your Phantom Wedge, adjust yourself in the yellow area if you have to, and that's that. Now, for the next heist prep, you want to go back to the planning screen, go to the prep section, and select equipment. Now, the second option here is either going to be the plasma cutter or safe codes, and this depends entirely on what your primary target was. I'm going to go over the plasma cutter heist prep first, and then I'll cover the safe codes heist prep right after. So for the plasma cutter heist prep, you're going to fly over to a safe house, and once you're inside, just take a few steps forward, then bring up your phone to take a picture. You need a picture of the planning board inside here, and it'll either be on the left side or the right side. Just get a quick picture from a distance, send it to Pavel, and then walk right out. Then you just need to go to the next destination that your map sends you to, and there's going to be a whole bunch of enemies there waiting for you, so just take them all out and grab the plasma cutter. And then that's it. Just take it back to the Kosatka and you're done. Now, for those of you who have the safe codes heist prep instead, you just want to fly over to the casino, and once you're inside, just go into the elevator that'll be on your left side. You're going to be sent down to the parking garage, and you want to look for a yellow car with a license plate reading 19 Lab 420. Just press right on your D-pad to open the car's trunk, steal the key card that's inside, and run back to the elevator to go upstairs. Once you're upstairs, you want to look through the halls for the room with 2 security guards outside of it. You want to take them out with a suppressed weapon so that no one inside the penthouse hears you, and then once you walk inside of the penthouse, you just want to look around until you find the head of security. He's not too hard to miss. He's wearing a gray coat and a gray cowboy hat, also has some black shades on, and he'll most likely have a security guard with him. So yeah, once you see him, just take bro out and then press right on your D-pad to steal the safe codes. All you got to do now is head back to the elevator and watch out because there's going to be some security waiting for you near it. So yeah, and once you fly back to your Kosatka, that's the end of that one. For the next heist prep, you want to go back to the planning screen, go to the prep section, go to equipment, and then select fingerprint cloner. For this one, it's going to send you to a warehouse that you need to sneak into, and by the way, just barge in there, don't even worry about the security cameras, because when you're inside, there's only 4 dudes and they're pretty easy to take out. When they're out, you want to go to the computer in the back of the room and press right on your D-pad to hack it. For this hack, you just need to match the red letters with the middle line to spell out the word Panthers. Pretty easy hack. Once you do that, it's going to send you over to an archive, and you're literally just going to run towards this back area and go around it until you pick up the fingerprint cloner. Then you just got to go back to your Kosatka. It's as simple as that. For this next heist prep, you want to go back to the planning screen, go to the prep section, equipment, and now select cutting torch at the bottom. This one is really straightforward, probably the easiest one. You're going to go to a construction site, and if you see a yellow hard hat there, I recommend putting it on. This way you can just look around without having to deal with the enemies there. But yeah, so there's going to be a bunch of toolboxes scattered around the site with green arrows pointing at them. Just go through each one until you find the one with the bright blue cutting torch in it. And once you find it, just press right on your D-pad to pick it up, and you just got to take it right back to your Kosatka. Now for our very last heist prep, once again, go to your planning screen, go to the prep section. Now you want to go to weapon loadout and select aggressor. Okay, so if when you launch the mission, it sends you to Merryweather HQ, I want you to load into an invite-only lobby. Make sure you set your spawn point to your Kosatka as well to speed things up, and just keep switching lobbies until it stops giving you the Merryweather mission. Trust me guys, that mission takes way too long, so just don't even do it. And when it finally sends you anywhere other than Merryweather HQ, you want to fly over to that location, and it's going to be a building, so I recommend landing on top of the roof. There's going to be a yellow highlighted door for you to go in through, so enter the building through there. Now once you're inside, there's going to be some guards, so just take them all out, and once they're all down, you want to come over to this wall safe right here and press right on your D-pad. It's actually not going to let you open it, so what you want to do is turn around and come hack this laptop on the desk. For this hack, you just want to look for the 4 numbers that are displayed up top in red down below in this whole mess of numbers, and once you do that, go back to the wall safe to get the weapons, and you just need to head back to the Kosatka the way you came in. Now guys, that was the last heist prep, but before we move on to the heist finale, I need to explain the secondary loot to you guys, because this plays a huge factor in how much money you end up making. If you go back to the planning screen and select the secondary target section, it's going to show you the secondary loot that you got earlier during the gather intel mission. Looking at this chart right here, coke pays out the most amount of money, the green stuff pays out the second most amount of money, and then cash pays out the least amount of money. And then under the weight category, you can see how much space each type will take up in your loot bag. So go ahead and screenshot this chart if you need it, but yeah, you want to use it to help you determine what loot you're going to prioritize. For example, I found 4 stacks of cash, 1 stack of the green stuff, and 1 stack of coke. So I'm going to prioritize getting coke and the green stuff, which will fill up my loot bag to 88%, and then I'll get as much as I can from a stack of cash to make sure that my loot bag is 100% filled. And you guys want to make sure that your loot bag is completely filled in order to complete the elite challenge. Now, I mentioned it earlier on in the video, but by completing the elite challenge on hard mode, you'll make an additional $100,000. If you complete it on normal mode, then you're only making $50,000. So yeah, I definitely definitely recommend completing the Cayo Perico Heist in hard mode. Now, in order to complete the elite challenge, you need a full loot bag like I said, but you also need to complete the heist in under 15 minutes. You cannot die at all during this heist. You also can't fail any of the hacks, which don't even worry, they're all really easy. And then you also cannot let a guard see you. But guys, don't even worry, just follow my exact route and I guarantee you that you'll beat it every single time, trust. Alright, so on your planning screen, you want to go over to the finale section and then select the option to start it down here in the bottom right corner. And now let's go ahead and set up the heist. You want to set your approach vehicle to the long fin, your infiltration point to the main lot, your compound entry point to the drainage tunnel. The escape point does not matter, as you'll see in a little bit, so just set that one to whichever one you want. And same thing for the time of day, it doesn't matter. I normally go with daytime, but that's just me. And then under weapon loadout, you want to select the suppressor option twice. Once you see that little circle turn orange, you're good, you got it. And that's it, you guys, we're ready for the Cayo Perico Heist finale. Alright you guys, so first thing we're going to take care of is the secondary loot. And for this whole heist finale in general, just follow the route that I'm taking on screen. But right now, we're going to go left towards the airstrip. Pro tip here, by the way, make sure to hold the right bumper on your controller in to make a sharp turn. It's especially helpful during this very first part of the heist, so yeah. Now, once you get over to the shore, try to dock the long fin as best as you can on the sand without it getting stuck. Reason why is so that it doesn't float too far away. I've seen people manage to keep it exactly right there, but my slow ass has not mastered that yet. I don't know why. But anyway, once you get the long fin docked on shore, jump out and start getting your suppressed machine pistol ready because we're going to take out our very first guard right now. It's going to be this guy over here walking around the front of the hangar. And guys, as long as you follow my route, you shouldn't have to worry about getting caught because I do this stealthily, so yeah. But anyway, once you take out the guard over here, go ahead and make your way inside of the hangar. Now guys, normally I'd get through this first gate right here and loot what I need, but I'm only in here for the green stuff up top, so I'm gonna skip it on this run. But if you guys have something in there that you want to loot, then go right ahead. Now to the left of this, you want to hop in this forklift right here and you want to follow what I'm doing on screen. I'm gonna use the forklift to grab that crate over there, which I'm then gonna use to help me get up on top of that platform. The way that we went up there earlier isn't gonna work this time around since there wasn't a lock on that side. But yeah, you just want to lift up the crate to where I end up placing it and then do exactly what I do to get up there. Now that we're up on top of this platform, you just want to come over to the gate right here and press right on your D-pad to burn the locks with the cutting torch. And once that's done, go ahead and loot whatever you need to get from here. For me, I'm only here for the green stuff like I said, so that's all I'll be getting from here. Alright, now once you're done looting this area, you just want to use the crate that's up here to climb over the gate and jump back down to the ground floor. And then we're just going to run straight out of the hangar. Now once you make it outside of the hangar, you want to follow the route that I'm taking over to this wall across the airstrip and climb your way up to the roof. Once you're up on top of the roof, you need to do two things here. You want to shoot the guard that's over there on the balcony across from you, and then you also need to shoot the security camera that's right under you over here. It's kinda hidden, so just make sure you don't miss it. And then after that, you want to get off of the roof and you do not want to do anything else until the security guard on your minimap right here walks away from the airstrip. If you start using the cutting tool on that gate while he's still there, he's gonna hear it and then the island's gonna know you're there, and we do not want that. Okay, now that he's walking away, you want to do the same thing we did earlier in the hangar. Just press right on your D-pad to burn the locks and you're gonna loot whatever you need from here. For me, I'm gonna focus on that big fat stack of coke here on my right, and then I'm still gonna have some space in my loot bag, so I'll fill it up with as much cash as I can get from this stack to my left. Alright you guys, so as y'all can see, my loot bag is now full, which means that we're done getting the secondary loot. Now we're just gonna head back to the long fin. Just follow the path that I take, which is jumping over this wall right here to get out of the area, and then you want to run straight over to the long fin. And like I said earlier, I am terrible at docking the long fin, you guys, so I'm gonna have to go get in the water and swim over to it. It is what it is, it's not too big of a deal, just a little annoying for me, but yeah, hopefully you guys are much better at docking it than me so you don't have to swim out to it. Alright you guys, so now that we have a full loot bag, we're moving on to the main event of the Cayo Perico heist, which is the primary target. Again, just keep following my route because we're gonna take our long fin over to the drainage tunnel so we can enter the compound. Okay you guys, so now that we're outside of the compound, we're gonna ditch the long fin here and we're diving into the water. And by the way, don't forget to throw on your rebreather by pressing left on your D-pad. You do not want to drown in the middle of this part. So yeah, just swim straight down towards the drainage tunnel over here, and once you're there, you're gonna press left on your D-pad to cut through the grate. Guys, this is a really easy process. You're just gonna hold down the right trigger on your controller to cut through all of the green lines you're seeing, and just make your way around the whole grate like I'm doing it here. Once you've gotten through the gate, you're just going to swim all the way down the tunnel until you get to the end of it. And you're just going to press right on your D-pad once again to enter the compound through the drainage tunnel. Okay, so now that we're inside of the compound, just keep running down the exact path that I take here. Don't worry about any of the guards, trust me, they will not see you. Okay, right here, you just want to make sure that this guard in the red shirt doesn't see you while you're running up towards him. But by the time we get to this area though, he should already be walking away. But yeah, you just want to make your way up around this building and start heading up the stairs here. Okay, right here, you want to take cover behind this wall because there's a guard that comes down these stairs right here. And don't worry, even though you think think he'll see you, he will not, so just wait until he's done moving. And once he is, you want to run right past him up the stairs and make your way into El Rubio's office. Okay, so now that we're inside of El Rubio's office, first thing you want to do is check this wall safe over here to the right. There's always some money stashed in here, and everybody likes free money, so yeah. I ended up getting about $40,000 from it, which is pretty nice. Okay, now we're going to perform the hack, which is going to take us down to the underground vault, and while it may look a little confusing, it's actually pretty easy. You want to make the fingerprints on the left match for each one. What I do is set each little section of the print to the top print, then count to the next one. So set it to the top and count 1 down, set it to the top and count 2 down, set it to the top and count 3 down, and so on. Just keep doing that for all 4 of the hacks, and this should take you like less than a minute, but I'll go ahead and keep it on screen so you guys can kind of get a feel for what I'm doing here. Alright, so once you guys finish up the hack, the elevator door is going to open up and you just got to go down to the underground vault. And once you're inside of the vault, you want to run straight over to this gate in front of you and burn the locks just like we've been doing. Now, once that gate is open, this is where we get the primary target. If your primary target was the bearer bonds, then there's going to be a safe right here to the left and Pavel will text you the safe code to unlock it. You just got to remember the code, put it in the safe, and you'll get the bearer bonds. But majority of the time, you're going to be using the plasma cutter to cut through this glass case right here. And this is honestly pretty simple, you guys. You're just going to hold down the right trigger on your controller up until right before the heat bar maxes out, and then you want to let it cool down and repeat this again. You're going to do this 4 times in total, and on the 4th time, the glass will break and you'll grab the primary target. Alright guys, so that was it. We've got our primary target and our loot bag filled, so now it's time to get the hell off this island. You want to run back to the elevator, and once you're back in El Rubio's office, you're going to run down the stairs. And we actually can't leave the island through the drainage tunnel anymore since they end up sealing it off, but just follow my lead and we should be out of here in like a minute or 2. Okay, so at the bottom of the stairs, you want to take cover behind this wall right here, and you're going to wait here until the guard in front of you walks over to the left side. Once he does, you want to start running straight towards this fence, jump over it, and make your way up these stairs to the left. And don't worry about the juggernaut to your right, he will not see you, trust. Now there's going to be a guard at the exit of the compound, so just don't run into his cone of vision, but you can just run right around it and press right in your D-pad to exit through here. Okay, so once you guys are outside of the compound, you want to run forward and go in between these 2 trees right here, and then there's going to be a guard here with his back turned. You want to take him out real quick and take his bike. Now we don't have to worry about this next guard to our left, but just follow my route because there's one other guard that we do have to take out. Okay, you want to park your bike right here towards the road, and you'll see that a guard just spawned in. You want to run over to him and take him out. Just be careful when you do though, because he's in the Jeep, and if you miss your shot, you might just alert the guard, so yeah, be careful. Once he's taken out though, you're going to run back to where you parked your bike. The bike's paint job is camo, so it blends in pretty well with the grass, which is why I said to park it right next to the road so you don't lose it. But yeah, hop back on your bike and we're going to swim this thing off of the cliff into the water. Alright, so we're basically done with the Cayo Perico heist. All you need to do now is swim away from the island. And again, press left on your D-pad to throw on your rebreather so you don't die. Now you're going to be swimming for about a minute or so don't get scared and think that the game glitched out. You're just gonna keep swimming away from the island until the words "Escape Cayo Perico" disappear from the bottom of your screen. Alright, once that text is gone, you can stop swimming. The heist is done, you just gotta wait a few more seconds for it to officially end. I don't know why it does that, but yeah. Alright you guys, so for completing the Cayo Perico heist on hard mode, beating the elite challenge, and having the pink diamond as my primary target, I made $1.7 million. Now I made so much because, as I said, the pink diamond pays out the most, but even if you get the tequila as your primary target, which pays out the least, you're still making over $1.1 million with the elite challenge. And this was done in just under an hour, you guys, so there's no doubt that this is still the best money method in all of GTA 5 Online. Now if you guys want to make even more money, you're gonna need a passive business, something that's making you money in the background while you're grinding this out. My personal favorite is the nightclub, because once you have it all set up, you're making millions of dollars without having to do anything. If that sounds interesting, then you're definitely gonna want to click on the video on screen right now.